Right now, while you are sitting there, your body is already changing, not aging, evolving. The human being you are is not the final version of anything. It's a draft. And one day, a very long time from now, your own descendants will look back at a photograph of you the way you look at a fish and quietly think, that's where we came from. So tonight, we are going to build that future human, piece by piece, using only real science, the mutations spreading through people alive today, the invisible forces reshaping our species right now, and one thing that has never happened in 4 billion years of life on Earth, but is happening as you watch this. By the end, you will see what is coming for us, and I promise you, it is stranger than any alien you have ever imagined. Let's begin. Most people believe human evolution is over, that the moment we built hospitals and supermarkets, we froze, finished. That belief is completely wrong. Evolution didn't stop. You just can't feel it because it moves slower than a single life. Look closely, and it's everywhere. If you have blue eyes, every single blue-eyed person on Earth is descended from one individual, one ancestor, around 10,000 years ago, in whom a single tiny mutation switched the brown off. Before that person, nobody on the planet had blue eyes. That's not ancient history, that's yesterday, in evolutionary time. It's still going. More and more babies are now born without wisdom teeth. The jaw is shrinking, the spare set is being deleted in real time. There's a small artery in your forearm that, before you were born, was supposed to disappear before birth. And yet more and more people are keeping it for life. At the current rate, almost everyone will have it within a couple of centuries, and it can move shockingly fast. The Bajau, the sea nomads of Indonesia, have spent so many generations diving that their spleens have physically grown larger, a built-in oxygen tank, in just a few thousand years. High in Tibet, people carry a gene that lets them breathe thin mountain air that would leave you gasping. None of that is the past. That is happening to humans alive right now. You are not the end of the story. You are a single frame in a film that is still rolling. So picture the future human. Go on. Most people picture the same thing. Tall, slender, hairless, with an enormous glowing brain and big black eyes. A kind of wise space elf. That picture is almost certainly wrong. And here's why. It's not that we'll get smarter. Evolution does not optimize for intelligence. A bigger brain is monstrously expensive. It burns a fifth of your energy already. And in a world of medicine and comfort, there is no longer any pressure rewarding the geniuses with more surviving children. The giant brain future is a fantasy. It's not that we'll get stronger or taller or healthier. Natural selection used to ruthlessly delete the weak. Modern medicine on purpose switched that off, and thank God it did. But it means traits no longer get filtered. They just drift randomly. The future human could just as easily be softer and weaker than you, and it's not heading anywhere at all. This is the part that breaks people's brains. Evolution has no goal, no finish line, no better. It isn't climbing a ladder toward perfection. It is a blind process, drifting sideways, shaped by whatever environment it happens to be dropped into. So if the future human isn't smarter, isn't stronger, and isn't aiming anywhere, then what decides what we become? For 4 billion years, the answer was always the same, and it is about to change forever. Here's a rule that has held, without a single exception, for the entire history of life on this planet. 4 billion years. Every creature that has ever lived, every bacterium, every dinosaur, every human, was handed its genes at birth and could do absolutely nothing about them. Mutation was random, blind. No living thing had ever chosen what it would become. That rule broke in 2018. In a lab in China, a scientist named Jiankui took 2 human embryos, 2 little girls, and rewrote their DNA before they were born. He edited the living code of a human being by hand. And then those babies were born. They are alive today, and the changes he made are the kind that can be passed down into their children and their children's children. Stop and feel the weight of that. For the first time ever, a species reached into its own genome and edited it on purpose. We did not wait for nature. We didn't wait a million years. We picked up the pen. The first time I really understood what that meant, I had to put it down for a minute, Because it tells you something simple and enormous. The future human will not be shaped only by blind nature anymore. It will be shaped by us, by what we decide a human is allowed to be. And if there is one thing history has taught us, it's that we are very, very bad at deciding that. So what actually comes out the other end? Here's the twist almost nobody expects. Probably not one human, many. Because the fastest way in all of nature to make a brand new species is simply this: take a group and cut it off. And we are about to scatter ourselves across the sky, send a few thousand people to Mars, cut them off from Earth for 1,000 generations, raise their children and their children's children in a third of our gravity. Their bodies will drift, taller, thinner, hearts and bones quietly rebuilt for a lighter world. Until one day, a person born on Mars could not survive a hug on Earth without their bones snapping. Not aliens, just us, somewhere else, for long enough. Meanwhile, back on Earth, others will edit themselves, for health, for looks, for whatever the powerful decide is beautiful that century. And others will fuse with their machines, piece by piece, until the line between the body and the tool simply dissolves. 1,000,000 years from now, there may be no single thing called human at all, just a spreading fan of descendants, some grown under a weaker sun, some designed in a lab, some half machine, and not one of whom could ever have a child with you. You remember that family tree, the one with the 9 kinds of human that all vanish but one? It is about to open up again. New branches, new species of us. Except this time, the thing splitting the tree apart is holding a pen, and it's looking in the mirror. And almost none of that is science fiction. The blue eyes are real, the vanishing wisdom teeth are real, the diving spleens, the mountain lungs, the extra artery, all real, all measured, all in people walking around today. The edited twins are real, and they are alive right now somewhere, growing up. The only thing I can't promise you is the exact shape. Nobody can draw the precise face of the human of the year 1,000,000. But the direction is not in doubt. You are not the last human. You are a single bend in a line that keeps curving, away from you, towards something you would not recognize as your own kind. We love to imagine we are the finished product, the top of evolution, the point the whole story was building toward. We are not the end, we are the middle. Somewhere in the long, slow blur between the fish that first crawled onto land and whatever strange thing comes after us, there is one single, ordinary frame, and that frame is you. The future human is already being written, half of it by a nature you can't feel, working in your jaw and your blood as you sit here, and half of it, for the very first time, by us, by choices we have only just begun to make. You are not the final human. You are the rough draft they will smile at. If a thought like that is the kind of thing your brain refuses to put down, you already belong here. Subscribe and stay a while, because next time, we're not going forward and we're not going back. We're going inward. What if the one making your decisions right now isn't actually you? See you out there.